Hey guys, this is Will from PowerTraders.com. Today I'll be doing some analysis on the cryptocurrency market, give you guys a weekly update on what's going on. As you guys can see here, we're currently looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar. Of course, this has been a really exciting week for Bitcoin. Been pretty exciting, past 3 weeks, honestly. So you guys can see here, this is a post I made 2 days ago. As you guys know, we've been trading this sideways channel for a while, pretty much between 30,000 and 40,000. We had a test pretty much 3 times. First one here, this massive crash, as you guys know, with the Chinese crackdown. You guys first test here, second test here, and the third test here. And I remember this really well because we were looking really bearish, right? We had, prices keep selling, price keep dumping. And eventually, just literally out of nowhere, prices zoomed out. A lot of people in the community believe this move, here is probably because, of course, there was the Amazon rumor, and of course, the whales were jumping in, manipulating the market, causing this move. But anyways, guys, you can see here, we went all the way up. Go here into 8-hour chart. So we went all the way up to test the 40,000 level, of course. We got rejected initially, came back down, and now came all the way back up. We finally broke it, and looks like we had another pullback to test this here, and now we're zooming off. So it looks like the scenario playing out is the retest will zoom off, as you guys can see again. Breakout here at 42,600, zoomed up all the way to 45,400, come back all the way down to came down to 42,800 to retest, and now we're off again. We just literally a few hours ago, actually last hour, we managed to set a new high this month at roughly around 46,000. Quite impressive, guys. Let's here take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, similar to Bitcoin, has been trading in this narrow range also between 1,700 and 3,000. And just like Bitcoin, we finally had a breakout above 3,000, breaking above this sidesway channel. And then, of course, we had a pullback, came back down here all the way down to 2,800 last night. And now it looks like we're off to the races again, guys. And it seems like a retest resume off seems to be playing out on Ethereum as well. Let's take a look at Ethereum and BTC. Actually, before we jump ahead into Ethereum ETC, I want to show you guys my other Ethereum chart analysis. This one looks a bit messier, but bear with me here. It is quite important. Of course, we've been trading sideways, as I mentioned, in this box between here. 2,900 and 1,700. Of course, we had a breakout. But what's interesting here is you can see that if you look at my video, last video, we've been trading in this pretty much channel since its breakout in January 2021. And what's interesting is that we actually went all the way up here, test the top end of this channel trend. We finally came back down. If you look closely, this trend has been really on point. We see here, came back down, we held this level here, trade back in the channel, held it here, back up, test this, came all the way back into this channel range here, tested again here, and now we're off to the races, as people would say. But then we obviously seems like this would be the key resistance level to keep an eye on, guys. This black line here, definitely keep an eye on this line here. Again, we're coming back, but obviously we're a few $100, actually just $100 away from this line. Let's see if we could break this line. That would be very, very interesting. But what I think is going to happen in the coming days, we may be stuck in this channel for a while, indicated by these two black lines here and here. We may be stuck in this range for a while before we manage to break above this once again. Before I jump into BTC dominance, there's one thing that I forgot to mention. I think it's better if we look at this. Actually, this one's all right. Okay. I do want to show you guys the moving averages. It's a little bit laggy, guys. Bear with me here. If we go to the daily chart, let's look at the 200 moving average. Everybody knows 200 moving average, super important level to keep an eye on. As you guys can see here, yesterday when 2 days ago when I made this post, actually maybe it was yesterday. Yesterday when I made this post, I said that we're still failing, we got rejected, potentially getting rejected at a 200 moving average, as you guys can see here. But today, that seems to, that doesn't seem to be the case at all. Seems like the bulls are out to play again. It seems like, we clearly break above 200 moving average. We may come see a move back down here for a retest at 45,000 potentially. But let's see what happens, guys. This is quite exciting. If you also look at the 20 week, this is also another important moving average that a lot of people are keeping their eye on. Again, you can see how on point it is. We closed literally, I think depending on the exchange, you may close above it or below it, but last week we closed, I would say personally, above it. And then of course we resumed off, and we're, look like we had a retest, and now we're off well above the 20 weekly moving average, which is again really bullish. And just to quickly sum up, we're above the 200 moving average, we're above the 20 week moving average. So that is, we're looking really bullish, guys. Now let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. If you base it on the last cycle, you see Bitcoin pretty much had the entire crypto market cornered. We were like 99% for years, for I think all the way back down to 2014. It was just Bitcoin. And then of course we had the bull run in 2017, and you can see the Bitcoin dominance really fall sharply during the bull runs, and this has been playing out as well in this fourth bull run cycle in 2020, since 2021, well, pretty much started in 2020. But you can see here since January of 2021, Bitcoin's dominance has been falling, just like the last cycle. However, you can see here, based on the last cycle, there are moments when Bitcoin has really strong moves. Its dominance relative to the market, meaning that it what this indicates, or these moves here indicates that Bitcoin begins to outperform the other coins. So the altcoins are not moving relatively as quick as Bitcoin. But since January 1st, guys, Bitcoin's been bleeding heavily since altcoins. So I think there's a really good chance we may see a move up, like these move here, 40%, 28%. Although yes, we technically been moving back up. Its dominance has been returning slightly since the crash in May. I would expect that this dominance will continue to move higher. The main reason for this is when things really start to turn bullish again, whether it's mid-cycle or beginning of the cycle, usually Bitcoin leads the way first, and then usually a few months later, then the altcoins come out to play. But in the case of Ethereum against Bitcoin, that hasn't been playing out. Let's go Ethereum against Bitcoin. As you guys can see, let me lock this out, looks a bit nicer. As you guys can see, since the crash in May, Ethereum has actually held really well against Bitcoin, and that's pretty interesting, guys. Honestly, I was expecting Ethereum to return to this channel trend here, but that hasn't happened, and so far Ethereum seems to be holding up really well. You can kind of even draw a triangle there. But again, if I have to bet, I would bet that we're gonna move back down. Like I mentioned earlier, usually when we start turning really bullish, Bitcoin usually leads the way first, and that's based on what has happened in the past. Of course, doesn't mean that has to repeat, but when that happens every single time in every single bull run, the chances are I'll rather bet on that rather than Ethereum's dominance, basically moving much stronger than Bitcoin, at least for the time being. If you guys watch my last Ethereum market video update, you guys will know that Ethereum does really well in January. So let's see what happens, guys. And you can see here that if you compare to the altcoins, you can see here, like I said, Bitcoin seems to be outperforming at first. You guys can see here, and then 2 months later, then we have the altcoins and start outperforming Bitcoin. And since the crash, you guys can see, since the crash in May, Bitcoin's been outperforming. So let's see what happens, guys. Like I said earlier, I do expect Bitcoin to outperform the overall crypto market for the time being. But as the market recovers, and say September, October, maybe even furthermore down the road, I don't know. But I do expect that by around November, December, I do expect altcoins to start outperforming Bitcoin. Anyway, guys, if you guys do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.